like 1,000 times, right? Rapport, right? So does anyone remember what rapport is all about?
Getting to know them.
Getting to know them, but more importantly, it's really specific. Trust. Why do they trust you? Because you're their friend, right? So what friends always have something in common. Now, who here has a dream job? Now, I highly doubt that anyone just wants to be here for the rest of their life, though some of you might. So does anybody have a dream job? Just say whatever it is. Doesn't matter.
Pastry chef.
Pastry chef. So why do you want to be a pastry chef?
Because I like cooking.
Because you like cooking. Why do you like cooking? We're gonna break this down. So you gotta keep answering. Why do you like cooking?
Being artistic with food.
Yeah, you like being artistic with food. So what does it give people when you're artistic with your food?
They like my food.
Yeah, and that makes them happy, right? So would everybody agree that when she makes people happy with her food, what she's doing is she's helping other people, right?
Mm-hmm.
We can do that with literally every job. We can break it down to the core of every job is helping others. So everyone on planet Earth has a common goal of helping each other. So when you get to an appointment, what you want to do is you should get there like 5 to 10 minutes early. So you can call Bryce and he can give you pointers. And then you can show up about 5 minutes early to the appointment. Now this shows the customer that their time is very important. So not only are you on time, you're a little early, so that there's no way that they will have to stay later than they have to. And this tells them they're important, and this makes them feel better, because most of the time salesmen, they just care about the bottom line. They don't really give a crap about the person who's spending the money. And this shows that we give a crap. Now, when you're asking them questions, ask them what they eat and stuff, but also ask them more personal questions like, what do they do for a job? And they'll tell you what they do for their job, and then you say, okay, but now what was your dream job? Now not only does this help to know what they want, and so you can direct that towards, oh, that's your dream job? That's really cool. I can see how that helps people. Here's my dream job and how it helps people. And that makes a connection. And so when you have that connection, automatically you become friends right there. Because you both want the same thing. You both want to help people. So after you make that connection, then what you do is you want to help. So after you make that connection, then you connect what you're doing currently to how it also helps people. So you can do this in a couple ways. You can say, oh, well, it's helping me to get to my dream job. That's what I always do, is I say, well, this Cutco helps other people because it's helping me to help other people through my dream job. And so obviously then they want to help you get to your dream job so you can help other people, because everyone wants to help each other, right?
Right.
So it's simple. So another thing that I like to do when I get there, other than just establish this, is you always want to be as relaxed as possible. So the best example I can give is Bryce and my outfits. We're basically the total opposite ends of the spectrum. Now I like to dress up and I go basically to the max. Now I don't wear a tie and I don't wear a full suit, but I get pretty darn close because I feel comfortable and happy when I'm dressed up. Now Bryce feels totally chill and comfortable and happy when he's wearing freaking jeans and a t-shirt, as you can tell. And that's totally fine. Okay, it's whatever makes you comfortable, because when you're comfortable and happy, the customer's gonna feel that. If you're super nervous and you're like, oh, if you're dressed up just for the sake of being dressed up and it doesn't actually help you, they're gonna feel that nervousness, okay? They're gonna feel how uncomfortable you are. And that's gonna make them uncomfortable, because nobody wants to be around a friend who's uncomfortable. How many of you have been around a friend when they're upset and you can super feel it and it makes you upset, right? So now that you're their friend, you have to make sure that they're happy too. So if you just want to wear a t-shirt and shorts, go for it, okay? As long as they're not like ripped up or something, it's fine. Now, the last thing that I have that really helps me is if you're relaxed, just make little jokes. Now, Bryce gave me a couple jokes to tell, like about the cheese knife, about it being holy and stuff. Okay, because if they're feeling a bit uptight, like if the prices are kind of catching them off guard and stuff, you can always like crack little jokes about the product itself. Not that like they detract from the product, but that make them just laugh a little bit, because it'll lighten the mood. Now, literally, I was on the phone with my grandma, and she was on the fence, and she was leaning towards not getting a set. It was the studio, I believe, wasn't it?
Yeah,
The
studio.
She was leaning towards not getting it because she was put in a bad mood because I was nervous, and she could tell even over the phone. She couldn't even see my face, but she could just tell through my voice that I was nervous. So what Bryce did is he just cracked a little joke and he said, "Hey, if you get it, he'll give you a super big cuddly hug." And she laughed a little bit. It put her in a good mood, and right away she said yes. She was almost ready to say no, and just cracking one little joke put her in a better mood, and so she said yes.
Remember, Detrail, when on your order, like she was like, and then I'm like, hey, he'll give you a big old high five, like if you say yes. And they're just like, okay,
Exactly.
right.
Just those little jokes. Now, why is rapport so important? Like, this sounds great, but how does it help you sell more? So today I have a perfect example of this. So right before I came here to this meeting, I was at a demo with a family friend, and she was feeling a bit nervous, and I told her the holy knife joke about the cheese knife, and she laughed because it was super cheesy and silly, and and we talked a little bit, while she was thinking. She said, well, I want to think about it a little bit, and so I said, that's fine, I've got plenty of time. You think as much as you want, because we want them to be comfortable. We don't want to be like, well, I need a decision in the next 20 seconds, or, so they can take as much time as they want. So while she was thinking about it and thumbing through the pages, I just asked her about a couple things. I asked her about her daughter, who was upstairs, and what she was into. Just little things that you notice, because her daughter was the one that answered the door. So obviously she cares about her daughter, so talking about her daughter is going to put her in a better mood, because she loves her, right? So she was in a better mood after just waiting 5 minutes and asking a couple of questions about her personal life. And so then when we got to the point where she was deciding, she was flipping between two knife sets that were about $150 to $200, depending on the options, apart. And she wanted to get the lower one. And I said, you know what? With your cooking style, I think you do better with the other one, because you didn't like the spatula spreader, and that cleaver is a lot bigger than all the knives that is even bigger than the big knives you said were too big for you before. So I get the other one. And because I built rapport, and we were friends now, and she trusted me, she almost right away, she thought about it for about half a second, and then she goes, you know what, I think you're right. I will get the other one. So I made $150 more just because I did this. And all of you guys can too with all your orders. And that was for a small knife set. Imagine if it's the difference between an ultimate and a signature. That's $500,000. You guys can make $500,000 more just by taking 5 extra minutes to talk to your customer. I mean, that's pretty easy. I think everyone can take 5 minutes, right? Yeah. So do you guys think that that'll help you guys in the future? Just a little bit? Yeah. Awesome. All right.
All right, sweet.